Da Hey, everybody. Welcome to session 11 of Rotted Capes, a seat by the fire. So, the hunger, it doesn't scream, it doesn't charge, it doesn't rage. It waits, it learns. It watches from the dark, deciding what you're worth. You came here looking for survivors. What you found was something trying very hard to remember what it is to be human. They hunt, they organize, and they talk. And that should terrify you more than anything you've seen so far. Because monsters that think, monsters that plan, monsters that look you in the eye and say, please, those are the ones that don't need to chase you. They just need to convince you to step a little closer to the fire. Welcome to Isla Morada. Let's see if you can survive the conversation. Last time we left off, you have came up to a bonfire in the middle of a small park in Isla Morada, surrounded by men dressed in clothes of disrepair, knives and axes at their hand, and they were growling as Witness and Ether walked into the clearing. And when it looked like the situation was going to explode into violence, you heard, please, please, boys, calm down. As a man dressed in a nice Hawaiian shirt that looks like it's actually been cleaned, cargo shorts, sandals, and a shotgun strapped across his back, steps into the campfire. All the cannibals looked over to him and instantly relaxed. He looked up at you and said, "Can we talk about this?"
Let's talk.
Take a seat. And you notice that all around the fire, there's a bunch of like lawn chairs. Some are wood, some are the fold-up ones, like from like Bass Pro Shop. But they're all over. Like this area can easily sit like 20 people. There's about 8 here now, him and 7 others. Though you have the feeling that there are eyes upon you.
Mm.
And you see
Okay,
that
cool.
he takes the shotgun off his shoulder, holding it by the strap. He's not holding it by the handle. Puts it over the back of a tall back wooden chair, and he just sinks into it. And he puts up his feet on what's left of a stump of a tree. You go, sit.
All right. I'm going to. So first of all, I'm going to give Ether some very bad advice. I'm going to say follow my lead,
Oh
and
no.
Why would I do that?
um, and I am going to put the gun. I'm going to holster my guns.
Witness, you notice that one of the cannibals closer to you, like, smells the air like a dog almost, and then like recoils from you a little bit.
Have that effect on people.
And he looks over at the guy sitting at the fire, and he just shrugs at him. And you see that guy, the one that smelled you, backing off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit as I'm trying to keep an eye on the area. This is a very just as I walk slowly to the chair. I am trying not to look like I'm casing the joint, but I'm casing the joint.
Okay. You could give me a wisdom challenge roll.
Okay, so that is with my bonus or with my save.
That will be with your bonus and your rank.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Because your skill set would definitely come into effect here.
Cool. That is a 16.
Okay. Yes, you're right. You're being watched.
Hmm.
But it's weird. The feeling you have is you're being watched, but you're not being watched. It feels like everything here is being watched, and it's the only way you can describe it. You
Hmm.
dealt with this a long time ago when you dealt with it. You were taking down a telepath,
Hmm.
and it was like one of the hardest hunts you ever had because they always seemed to be one step ahead of you because they were always trying to find you. And it's that
Um,
feeling like somebody's watching. It doesn't feel like telepathy in your mind, but it feels like something is watching this moment.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That takes another idea I would have had out the window here, but that's all right. Actually,
Oh,
if
you rolled a
hmm?
17, right?
Yeah,
You see,
7.
actually, you do see behind him
Hmm.
in the shadows a child
Hmm.
who's really, really, really keeping to the shadows. But
Okay.
you think it's more out of fear than aggression.
Hmm.
Like, when a kid hides behind his mother's leg, it's
Yeah.
that feeling the way he's hiding behind a tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, that's gonna be a thing I hold in my back pocket right now. As I get ready and I take a seat. So, but as I do, I'm gonna go. It's a interesting operation you got going on here. I have. It turns out they are very inhospitable, to say the least.
Oh, you guys just got off on the wrong foot, right, boys? And you see a few of them go, and one of
Uh,
them goes, yeah, wrong foot.
Wrong foot. Is
By the
that
way,
what you call?
when they're talking,
Mhm.
they almost sound drunk.
Okay. I want to hold on to that. I go wrong foot. Is that what you call the bite marks in my shoulder?
And then one says something, was actually, would your character know Spanish?
You know what? I feel like she probably would.
Okay. One goes, ha, se encontró con la mujer. He found himself with the women. And you see they all start laughing.
Uh,
And then the
and
guy,
so
the guy with the Hawaiian shirt goes, they bite me too.
uh,
They're
I don't.
they
Uh,
they haven't taken as well to things as we would hope.
so what is going on here then? Call me curious.
You don't feel it?
Feel it, but it seems to be like that you have a lot more of an idea of what's going on here than what I've
The
dropped
gnawing
into.
at bones, the wanting to bite something, it's constant. How do you not feel it? Ever since I
Why,
got on this island, it's the only thing I could think of. And the
so
only
like,
thing
why do
that
you feel like
stops
the
it,
most sane person
well,
here?
unlike the other people here that I've been able to communicate with them, I gave into it a lot sooner than they did. And you see one of the guys goes, oh, he did.
Sounds like you need better training. I have a referral number for some Tibetan monks. I hear they work wonders on mind control, on mind focusing.
Yeah, they're probably already dead by now. Well, no, they're up in the mountains. They're probably one of the only few still around. Oh, fun. But they're a far ways away.
So you have us here to talk. What is it that you're looking for?
Oh, I haven't had a conversation with anybody who could speak English in an entire sentence for a week and a half. And I was like, oh, look, people, normal people. Maybe I can talk to them.
I don't know how true that is because I heard that you all seem to have captured 4 people from one of the camps on the outside of East Morada here. I came looking
Well, hold
for
on,
them,
hold on.
and
Us people is it's a blanket term. It's not like I can control my friends, and then one of them goes, "No, cannot control us. No, we get hungry and we eat."
hmm,
And honestly, I don't know who went over to grab your people and bring them over here. I have no idea. Actually, I don't even know where they are. To be honest,
Hey,
I'm kind of sad that I didn't get a bite of that fresh meat because I didn't know there was fresh meat on the island. I'm being
is there
honest.
like an insight check related thing in this game?
Oh, for sure, you can do that. Would be wisdom. Well,
Is it
you
wisdom?
can pitch to me what
Mhm.
skill set you want to use and what ability score you want to use. You pitch it to me. Because somebody with the right
I
skill set could probably use intelligence. Somebody with the right skill set could probably use wisdom.
I don't see all my stuff as like building things and crafting, so
same. All my stuff is also building things and crafting or killing superheroes, which doesn't really feel like it fits right now.
yeah.
So at this point,
Mhm.
both Metamorphosis and Haze start to get close to the campfire.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, you see them walking down
hmm,
the path. Yep.
But like if you let me see the issue is that like wisdom is typically like body language and things like that, and
That would be a
it's
wisdom
not
check.
terrible.
That would be a wisdom
Yeah,
yeah.
challenge. Yeah.
but the way he's saying things, I'm gonna do this.
You can just
I
roll
let's
it.
see. Yeah, I know myself.
Or put
Yeah,
on
it's a
that too, because
4. It's fine. Don't
the two
worry.
of us are sizing him up at the same time. So let me do a
Yeah.
wisdom check.
It's fine. A 6 is super helpful.
That's 16.
Well, he's acting normal. There's
Hmm.
something off about him, bro. It's just something's not there. Like, he seems a little too happy.
Cool.
So,
What's he doing?
Metamorphosis and
Uh,
Haze, you walk into this scene where you see Witness and Ether sitting down on lawn chairs, uh, and on the other side of this bonfire, there is a man dressed in a Hawaiian shirt that's like actually clean, cargo pants, sandals, a shotgun strapped like leaning on like strapped over the seat he's in, and
mhm.
a bunch of 8 other men in clothes of different condition who are now sitting on different lawn chairs. But you notice that the side where Ether is on, they're closer, but the side where Witness is on, they're farther away from Witness. You can actually tell that some of the chairs have been moved because they're not all that close together, but on that side they are.
Mhm.
And you did hear the last things they said because you're in the Keys, the middle of the night, it echoes. Oh, and
What?
the crackling of that fire almost sounds a little too loud.
One thing I'm going to say, which might be bad here for meta, as I go, that's funny that you say that because a little birdie told me that I would find everyone who I was looking for right here, which would have been the last thing that would have I got from the mother
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we
yeah.
let her go.
Well, as you can see, the only fresh meat on the fire is mahi mahi. And you actually do see like some mahi mahi, but it's been completely stripped clean by now. All that's left is bone.
All right. Well, I want to turn around and
I would
go.
offer you a little cooked Z meat, but I doubt you would take it.
Not a fan. At this point, I am going to make space for Meta and Hayes as they pop in.
Okay.
Please pop in. Come in, sit. We are meeting our wonderful host. I don't think I caught your
And
name.
as you say that, you see 2 of the guys get up from their chairs
Mhm.
and like move them closer to your side. For them, and then they take other chairs. And again, when they're doing it, they go like, "Hey, aquí para ti" in Spanish, but they sound just a little drunk, not like super slurry, but like their words are a little slow to come out. Yeah, it's like it's not flowing. It feels a little forced, but they're saying it, and there's sincerity when they say it. It just sounds like they're a little drunk. Oh, and by the way, you guys do smell cooked meat.
And it smells like regular meat.
It smells like fish, and it smells like pork.
Do I see like what's actually cooking, or is it just kind of like enveloped in the fire?
Well, what's left is enveloped in the fire. And
Okay.
you can see, what you see is, well, you're not on the side of the fire that you're on, because remember, I said it's a bonfire. You see, like, on the sides, it looks like they have all these stone blocks, like cinder block that they laid out. And it looks like the cinder block really close to the fire. The way they cook their meat, they just throw light on the cinder block. And there on your side, you see some mahi-mahi. You see some bones of some smaller creature. Maybe a raccoon. Maybe a dog, but they're about that size. And you do actually see some old chicken bones, but they're like outside of the fire on the floor. And you do notice now that when you're looking at the ground is littered with bones. You can barely see it because of the bonfire light, because you're a little fire blind. You know how that effect is, that the fire like cuts down your vision. But when you look down, now that your eyes have adjusted, his entire place is littered with bones.
Okay.
At this point, you see the guy with the orange shirt leans forward on his side of the fire, brings up a small small pot. He puts it on the wooden arm of his chair, reaches in, takes out a piece of meat, and starts eating it. And goes, "So, where are you guys from? You guys are heroes. Clearly, your costumes, uniforms, whatever you call them."
That's just the way you survive out there these days.
Oh, I've been doing okay with this, and this, and hold on, and this, and it brings out it's like a tactical survival axe. He brings out like a tactical survival. Hold on, what is it, baby? Go out, good girl. Nope, no, go. Okay. Sorry about that. She wanted some cookies. Anyways. So, yeah, he brings out like one of those really cool survival like prepper axes that's also like a screwdriver and a bunch of other things. He's like, these two, I've been fine. I actually came walking down from Homestead, and yeah, Key Largo. That place was crazy. Yeah, it took me a while to sneak through Key Largo, but then once I got here, I kind of felt it as soon as I got on the island.
How long have you been on the island?
Huh?
How long have you been on the island?
4 weeks now? 4 weeks, right, guys? And then one guy goes, "Yeah, Mount Mabel. Yeah, give or take. About 4 weeks. Maybe a month. What I eat. Yeah." And I became friends with them because when I came, I brought rum. And one of them starts laughing. He goes, "I did that gringo brought rum." And Yeah, and when they offered me meat, I didn't say no. I had no idea it was zombie meat when I ate it. Uh, but amazingly, when it's cooked, get someplace meat, not that bad. So I haven't sharpened my teeth yet. And then one of them goes, "Yo te lo voy a hacer. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I got you." And he goes, "I don't know. I don't know." He goes, "Eating meat's easier."
I feel like I could keep playing this guy and like having this conversation where we're staring each other down, but also I want to make space for anyone else who wants to jump in on this.
You do notice now that all the other animals have gotten meat from that side of the fire,
Hmm.
and they have it like in little bowls and plates, and they're eating it. One of them actually looks at Ether, has a bowl, and offers it up to Ether.
Wait, what's in the bowl again? I'm sorry.
Meat. It
Is it
smells
all?
like pork. It smells like
I
cooked
should
pork.
honestly, she'd probably eat it. I'm not. She'd probably.
Oh no!
That's the long and the short of it.
Gotta go, hey,
Okay.
buddy. Hey, trouble.
Yeah, you see Ether reaching for the bowl.
Yeah, and I'm just like, hand goes out and stops. She's actually full.
No, I mean,
She's actually
Ether,
full.
Ether, you get a plot point. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Okay, so Metamorphosis and Haze, what are you doing during all this? Oh, Metamorphosis. As soon as you walk into the bonfire, you feel it. This area is being watched. You don't know by what, but it's not a person. And it feels oppressive. And you don't know what the hell it is.
I think right now Meta is just watching and seeing how people behave. Very much of like feeling like that weight of like that watching. I think she's going to
Okay?
be looking at the behavior of everyone and seeing if she remembers like anything from her past to kind of like see if does this seem similar to like tactics we've used in the past. Does this like
Give me a roll using your intelligence and your rank to see if something comes to mind.
uh 16.
Awesome. So you kind of remember a scene like this way back. Soon after Columbus came over to the Americas, there were a few other ships that came over, and you came over because you heard about the Aztecs. And you have the same feeling? And you remember when they cooked a person and it smelled like pork. Then you remember that the Parisian word for man comes out to mean long pork. So you're like, now you don't know if it's fresh meat or zombie meat, but it is definitely something human, unless they actually had a pig that they slaughtered. So we don't know if they did, but That's a feeling you have. So, Hayes, what are you doing during all this?
So I think a good starting point. Have an ability called empathic intuition, which gives me a bonus for reading emotional states, calming people down, and navigating emotionally volatile situations. That seems like what we have.
That seems like something amazing and made just for this moment.
So that's a bonus to the roll. I'm guessing the roll is a charisma.
To read the situation, it would be wisdom.
Okay.
To manipulate the situation would be charisma.
Okay. Well, I think coming into the situation, step one is figuring out the dynamics here. So yeah, wisdom makes a lot of sense to me.
Mm-hmm. What did you get? Oh, he rolled a 1, did he?
No, it's not. It's not a 1. But it is a 3 on the die, which gives me a total of 13.
Wait a minute, hold on. So what ability are you using for this?
So empathic intuition.
It's a specialty, right? Because what that does is, if you don't have a skill set that can have that specialty, it gives you the specialty like a normal skill. But if you have a skill set that you can apply that specialty, it becomes a specialty. So in this case, you get edge on that die roll. So roll another dice.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the talent, right? It's a talent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way the talent works is it gives you that specialty. If you don't have a skill set that specialty could go under and make sense, it's treated like a skill. But you have 2 skill sets that would just fall under.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, it's a specialty.
Yeah. And including edge, that first roll was a 13. If we're staying with the roll it again, it is much better. It's an 18 on the die.
Nice.
Which
18. All the guys here are a little drunk.
okay.
The guy sitting
18 on the die, 28 total.
Okay, great. Oh my God. Yeah.
Damn.
All the guys here are drunk. Not slobbering drunk, but they're drunk. The guy sitting with the Hawaiian shirt and the shotgun is sober, but there's something off about him. Because of your skill set, I'll give this to you. You've met people who have had like manic episodes. He's definitely up there. His hands don't stop twitching. Either he's eating or his other hands are like playing with the edge of the chair. You kind of have the idea that maybe he used to play piano because it's almost that type of a move. And there's the way he carries himself and stuff seems a little too amped up for the situation. He might be high on something for all you know, but he is definitely not normal.
The 28, would he also get the kid behind the tree?
Point out that he's reading the situation. He hasn't seen the kid yet.
Okay.
That's a different die roll.
I would also say that if you're feeling everyone in the room, Witness is trying her hardest to keep a straight face. Witness is also very equally amped and ready for violence at like the snap of a twig.
What's this? Hold on. Actually, Oh, excuse
I
me.
have to say, if for any reason Witness decides to fight, I am stealing that shotgun. I want that shotgun. It's on the back of the chair, and I've been thinking about that the entire time that I could just run and take it. I could just do that. I keep thinking about that.
So,
So you got
So,
two
yeah.
tightly wound springs
look, we
on your
really,
side.
we normally don't have visitors who just walk into the island, and normally they start screaming as soon as they meet any of us for good reason. But you guys didn't, which is why I was interested in talking to you guys.
Apparently, they didn't to you either. You didn't come all that long ago, did you?
No, about a month ago.
Oops, sorry.
Now, I can tell you, I walked past the Theater of the Sea. I am never walking up that way again. Not just no, but hell no. And you see some of the people there like nodding in agreement. And you see one actually does like the cross when he mentions the Theater of the Sea. And one of them in Spanish says something about rotted fat men.
Hey, Guy, I don't think that works for you anymore. The one who did the cross. I feel like there's a whole thing in that book about not murdering people.
You assume that tú crees que yo maté a alguien. He's saying, you think I killed someone? I have not killed anyone. These are already dead.
While we're talking about areas that feel uncomfortable,
Yes.
and you mentioned that the effect that this place has on you. Do you mind if I ask why you decided to stay? You've been to all these places, and some you'll go back to, and some you won't. And this place that makes you maddeningly hungry and bitey, here feels like home.
Tired of being alone?
All your travels, you've never met anybody else.
No. So the entire way down from Homestead is the Everglades Walk. That's like 10, 15 miles of nothing. Everybody in Key Largo is dead. There's nowhere alive in Key Largo. Well, nobody I could find. There's so many deadheads in Key Largo. As soon as I got to Marina Harbor and I saw how many deadheads there were, I snuck onto the marina. I found an old sailboat and I took that up to just after Key Largo to a Marathon. Yeah, Marathon. And at Marathon, I got into a mansion that there was nobody in and had tons of food. And I lived the high life there for a while. But again, it got lonely. And I finished reading all the books that were in there. And I got bored. So I decided to keep going south. Yeah. And then I found these fine people and decided to stay.
Just a couple more miles that way, you would have found a place where you didn't have to eat people, but I guess everyone has their preferences.
Like I said, once you start eating Z, it's not that bad. You just have to really cook it.
Well, would you have any idea where we could find our people? Not to like dine and dash or say, but on a little bit of a timer, you see.
Oh, well. In Spanish, he looks at his people. Did any of you take their people? And they're like, no, that was not us. And they're like, wasn't my boys. It could have been one of the other groups. There's a few here. We don't get along. Now, I'm going to be fully upfront. You know, if we kill one of them, we do eat them because good meat going to waste. But I have a suspicion that the people that have your people probably a little closer to the north. We know better than to attack most of your people. Well, at least I know better, because that would be stupid.
So everyone personally, that's all the info I need to know.
You know not to mess with our people, but you didn't know our people were there.
What do you mean? Oh, I know you people are over there. You guys are watching us. You don't think we could see you guys watching us from the towers over there?
Not if you've never met anybody other than these fine folks right here.
No, I've seen them, but I've never met them. And I'm not going to go over and introduce myself.
You know, out of everyone, I would think that you would be have the easiest time going over and introducing yourself.
The last time I was going to, they aimed guns at me.
Nothing to say about that.
And let's be honest. Here, we're just a little bit more honest about our survival. Everybody either steals, cheats, or does something from someone. We just don't leave anything left. Now you notice that the kid that that was hiding behind the tree comes out, and the way he's moving is not quite normal. He uses his hands a little bit like legs, like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
That gets up, then does that again. And he looks around and he walks toward you four. And one of the guys looks about Mijo, and the kid looks at him and looks back at you guys and like gets close and smells you guys like a dog. It's like
What's
he's acting more animalistic than human.
what's with the kids here? We ran into another group where none of the kids were speaking and they were all acting this way too.
Something about that feeling here. Anybody that's born on this island is not here. They act more like dogs. More like they don't act human. It's only the ones that have been born here. The other ones, they have most of their mentality, especially when they're sober. And you see all the other guys start laughing.
Hmm.
There's a few bars on the island that, you know, they've collected all the alcohol. And Chico here has figured out how to make rum from coconuts. He goes, hey.
Yeah, I was looking out.
By the way, suddenly there's some sparks go up from the fire
Mhm.
and hang there for a second and then keep moving. And that feeling of oppression, metamorphosis, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
I want to do one more check of the area here, and I'm going to use my one because like I don't feel this is another scenario where like I don't feel safe in a very similar way to where like I'm listening to a villain monologue. So I want to say that I'm using Cape Hunter here because it's like a standoff. However, I also am using my enhanced senses for hearing.
Mm-hmm.
On a similar note, I had some of my water last time, and I know I can use it once a day, but I'm not sure how long it lasts. Whether it would still,
Okay.
which gives me advantage on sensing magic stuff.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's still active.
So what am I rolling?
What are you looking for?
I feel as if there's a larger threat in this area that they are simply either stalling for, or like they're stalling
Roll
for, or they're
me
actually
with
guarding.
wisdom. Wisdom.
All right, cool.
The guy goes, look, I'm pretty much on good terms with all the tribes here, more or less, because they don't like talking to each other, but I can kind of like negotiate with them. Like I trade our rum to them for stuff. If you want your people back, I can help you. But I'm gonna want something.
There it is. Also, so I have a 15 with the wisdom. That would make it an 18. If I can add anything from that from either my enhanced senses or from Cape Hunter. Actually,
Yeah,
enhanced
and it's
senses would add my skill rank anyway, so that would be
Yeah.
a 20, dirty 20.
Dude, you feel it. You feel it now that something's looking at you guys, but you don't know what it is, and it's
No,
watching you guys.
Do I have an idea of roughly about how close I would think it is?
It doesn't feel like somebody here. It
Mhm.
feels like somebody. The only way I can describe it, somebody here.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's like the area is watching you. It's the closest thing I can come to describing it.
Mhm.
So he looks and goes, look, I can help you get your people back, but we want something as well. Even trade.
What are we looking for?
If I get your people back, you'll find out what the fuck is wrong with the Theater of the Sea.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna look at them real quick. Give us, sorry, one moment. One
Go ahead.
moment. I'm
You
gonna
sure
look
you don't want
over.
some meat? And you see he's holding up a bone that has a chunk of meat on it.
Again.
Don't do that.
What? No. Whatever.
So I'm gonna look over everyone and be like, are 2 people worth it?
I thought it was 3. I thought we only had the one. Oh no, the other one was it.
They ate one already.
Mm.
They ate 2 already, actually. Because we saw that it was the 2 torsos in the freezer, right?
Yeah, there are 2 torsos in the freezer.
And then we saved 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there are only supposed to be 2 people left.
Yep.
Yeah, there were 6 total, right? Or there were 5?
No, there's 6 total.
6 total? All right, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Are 3 people worth this? Because I'm going to say no. There are 3 of you here that are supers. And if any of you fall, that becomes infinitely worth more than the 3 people who we're out here for.
And you hear, like, from behind you, all I'm saying is that whatever is in Isla Morada, it's wrong. And it is bad.
Look, we're like trying to have a private conversation. If you could,
Yeah, but it's nighttime and everything. You can hear everything out here.
Can you just like not listen? Can you like just turn around and not listen?
And that, fine. And you see, like, he starts talking to one of the other people in Spanish. They start talking.
Yeah. I was like, this is for the class. This is also because I feel like if anybody, meta specifically is going to be the person who objects here. So I'm just like, are these 3 lives worth it? I'm saying no. We cut our losses. We save 1. We go back home.
I honestly kind of want to figure out what they want us to. Like, I don't know. I think that information would be useful to have about like the island and everything.
We cannot hear you, Steve.
You're muted. Oh no.
Oh, Return of the Tech issues.
Yeah. Oh, this sucks.
While Steve is fixing that, Meta is giving the most death glare possible to this of but she is going to say this. I very much understand what our worth is. However, I've had it before where the one person that I risked everything to save was my only hope. What if that is the situation we have here?
If you get bit, who is going to kill you?
I'd do it myself.
You better. I don't want to get creative. All right. And then this is a space here for Steve if he's getting everything works. We can going. Yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah. Be like, I don't want to get creative. Speedy, you said you're in on this.
Speedy? Either. Oh, okay, okay.
Because I think she has her ears out. Yeah.
The hair must be put up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Hi.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Speedy. You said you're in on this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. Look, I feel bad if you like we don't try it at least.
All right. 3% a babysitter. Um, and I'm gonna. Yeah, 'cause I don't know if we want to wait. Further, we can chill. We got nothing.
So, do we have a deal?
It sounds like we have a deal.
Fantastic. And he gets up from his chair, straps his shotgun across his back, and goes, "Come on, let's go get your people." And he turns on, he goes, "Papo, bing." And you see one of the guys gets up, he's dressed in cleaner clothes, and he just starts walking with you guys and him.
Question, just because I was very distracted earlier. You said that the feeling of being watched felt like from the land itself, not like from a
No,
specific
it's like from above.
above. Okay.
Yeah. But it's like oppressive. And as soon as you walk out of the campfire, it's gone.
So it's using fire. I
Maybe?
guess that's.
Well,
Can I'd like to use my power eidetic memory.
Okay.
also, real quick, I think Steve is back. His mic is lighting up.
Am I?
Steve?
Yep,
Yeah,
here we
we got Steve.
Yay.
I do not know what's going on tonight.
Gremlins, sir. You have the flaw of gremlins.
We switched. Your mic is going out instead of my camera, apparently.
Eh,
Mhm.
We lost our Elgato sponsorship, guys. Sorry.
Aw.
Yeah. So what I was wanting to ask a little while ago, and now I understand why it wasn't going anywhere, was between the water, the boil of water, and sharp eyes that gives edge on things like ambush. Can I make a roll to see if I can tell who or what, or what the shoe is that's about to drop, basically?
Yeah, roll that for me. Hollywood wisdom.
Okay, so that is, well, actually, So a well of water is advantage. We'll time it again. Nope, not as good. Sharp
While Steve's looking that up,
eyes.
I am going to say that when Meta was like, I would do it myself, Witness does not believe you.
24.
That 24? Hell yeah. That might be a thing that you might have saw on her face, might not. I'll leave that one up to you. But Witness does not believe you and is preparing for the worst to happen here.
So you don't feel like there's a shooter drop, but this guy is playing at something. So he leads you across the street, across like the main road of US 1. And there's a bunch of stopped cars. And he walks you down a street, and he stops at the edge of the street, and he puts his fingers to it, and he lets out a whistle. And he looks at you guys. If we walk in there, they're liable to just think we're invading their territory. So it's better to call out to them and wait. You see a few minutes later, some guys come up riding bikes. And they stop and they go, "Fresh meat. You brought us meat." He goes, No. They're guests. They're looking for their friends. And he goes, "Oh, and what are you going to give us to give them over? The fresh meat. We haven't cut them up yet, but one of them is nice and fat."
I advise someone else answer. I advise
He
someone
goes-
else answer.
He goes, "Yes, I brought something to trade." And he whacks the guy he brought with him in the back of the head with the shotgun butt. Guy falls to the ground holding the back of his head. He goes, "Take that one. Bring me the other two. And I'll throw in some rum." And the guy on the floor is like, "You mother!" And he hits him again and knocks him out. And he goes, "Yeah, devil. And we'll throw in some rum. And these guys aren't going to kill you all because they can. And you know what? I won't kill you."
You know, the answer I was going to give was that you get to keep your teeth is what I'll give you, but this works better.
And you see the guy goes, "Oh, yeah, hey. And he goes, "One of you stay here. The other one, go get them." And you see one of them goes, okay. And you see the one guy looks at the other one, goes, "And make sure you bring some more people to bring that one back." And then the guy with the Hawaiian shirt looks at all of you and goes, "You're not going to tell anybody at the fire what just happened, right?"
Didn't see a thing.
Perfect. You see about 5 minutes later, like 6 people come over. They have 2 people had like tied up,
Hmm.
and they're like leading them by the rope. And you see there 2 people, all bloody. One of them is missing an arm, and it's all bandaged.
They're alive.
Yeah, they're alive.
They're alive. 50,000 win. No, I'm saying they're alive. 50,000 win. And it's 2 people were looking for, or 3 people total.
You were looking for 3.
3.
Yeah, and one paddled away. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
It goes, "But you were looking for how many people? Where's the third
more.
one?" And they're like, "These are the only 2 we have." And one of them goes, "I couldn't stop Matika. She's the one that took the arm. She said she wanted it."
I don't trust my audio, but can somebody please have a conversation with these people who were rescued and make sure they can
Mhm.
say talk?
Mhm.
Well, they can talk.
Yeah.
They're like,
Uh,
they're like, oh yeah, we haven't seen um Steve. No, because I already used Steve. We haven't seen Robert at all. Oh, we got separated.
So there's one
um,
more person that's on. Go
There's
ahead.
another guy.
is
Oh,
the one we rescued named Robert? Because I would have talked to that guy a bit.
no.
Okay.
One more person was
And he goes,
godforsaken island.
and he goes, who took Robert? And they start talking among themselves. And he goes, he says, El Blanco, the white one. And you see the guy with the shotgun goes, he starts to do this. And he's like, shit.
This just became a headache, didn't it?
Seems like you're not upholding your end of the deal.
No, there's a few people on the island. There's a few people on the island that about Isla Morada, about the Theater of the Sea. There's a few people who think that whatever's there is protecting them. Every once in a while, they'll take one of their people and throw it into the Theater of the Sea. They took your guy. And Blanco is basically, they all wear white. But you know, it's dirty by now, but they all wear white. We call them El Blanco. They're crazy. Like crazy.
So basically, we have to go to the theater to see one way or the other to finish this for us.
I'll leave you there. Oh,
And for a penny and for a pound.
Yeah.
We got to get these guys back to the boat.
okay. He look, you
Question
see the guy
for-
looks at it and goes, Gracia, and he shakes one of their hands, and you see they look at the guy on the ground, they just pick him up. They basically tie his hands and his arms to a ladder, and they use a ladder to walk him away.
Sorry, what was it that you were going in there?
I rolled for my eidetic memory to see if I could keep calm enough to access it. I
Okay.
got my 15.
Yep.
I'd like to go through my time with the Aztecs to figure out if there's anything that possibly could connect to what we could be dealing with.
So
Like
supers have been around a long time. Not in the numbers that they've been in the last 50 years. It's like their numbers like exponentially multiplied. But every once in a while, you met somebody that was just gifted. There was a girl that you met back in England that worked for let me get a I need a historical person for this. That would be perfect. So you knew and were friends with Queen Victoria. This girl was under Queen Victoria's care. She had the ability to listen in on conversations anywhere in the castle. And that feeling of being watched feels like her. But not her. It feels like that same ability. She was able to look in on any place that she had seen or been to.
okay. And then other question. The religious like insignias that we see everywhere, the talismans.
Yeah.
her alien group, very much Bene Gesserit style, tried to use folklore to control. Does this feel like something her sisters would have done to start like tearing Earth apart? That is her biggest worry, because this feels very much like shit her sisters would have started this island.
Okay, so because you've been around, roll me another using Empire's Rise and Fall.
And then I have eidetic memory up.
Mhm.
So that gives me some bone. I think I get edge on it then.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Um, okay. Get +5. Wait, sorry. I get it's intelligence, and then I get my rank
rank
bonus
bonus.
because, and then eidetic memory gives me a +5 to the
Okay.
roll from what I'm reading.
Yep.
So then 8 + 5 is 13 + 5, 18.
It feels a little bit like Taino spirituality from Puerto Rico, where like everything has a spirit. Because there's not a lot of them look. There's not a lot of them that look alike. They all look unique. You did see like a cross, like more than one cross, but in a special style. But you know, it almost feels like somebody's trying to keep away a spirit. It's a little bit of Santeria, a little bit of Christianity, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, all sprinkled in. Like whoever put all that up was desperate to chase away a spirit. That's the only way you could describe it.
Gives us some ideas of what we're getting into.
Mhm.
And from my time with Queen Victoria and that little girl, do I remember the her weakness?
Well, she was a
to-
telepath,
Okay.
and she had an ability to see remote areas that she had been in, and she would literally hijack somebody's perception and look in on the area. A lot of the times, the queen had certain maids and other servants who the girl found to be very susceptible, that she would place in the room with guests so she could ride her and watch. This didn't feel like that because it felt like everything looking at you, but it kind of has that feeling to it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Things to work with.
Yeah.
Awesome. She'll just, as we're like walking back, getting people back, she's probably trying to take care of the survivors and the hell that they just went through.
Awesome.
I think this is a very like tie the wound off on the arm and be like, "Hey, Speedy, can you get them back to the
It looks
boat?"
like it was cauterized with fire.
Mm.
It was
But yeah, I think
cauterized.
I'm
It has a band on it where it was like cutting off the blood, and the bandage is just nasty. It's just like thrown on there. And that guy is shaking like a leaf when he gets away from the people that were holding him. The other guy seems a little bit more put together. And he's helping his friend. But the one missing an arm looks like in shell shock. He is traumatized, clearly.
I'm gonna, as we're like walking away with him, I'm gonna be like,
And,
"So how
and
many?"
by the way, as you guys are walking away, you see the guy with the Hawaiian shirt is walking away backwards,
Mhm.
like keeping an eye on them. And he's keeping his shotgun like this. But his finger is right on that trigger.
Mhm.
And he's walking with you guys, but he's walking backwards, watching them.
Like this is an area where I can be incredibly confident in the and what is it? The thing that never lets me be surprised. So
Yeah.
I am relying on that in like being able to react in case things go south. But real quick, like real quiet to the one who still kind of seems like he has all of his wits about him to be like, to just ask like numbers wise, how many people are in there?
On that group,
Yeah.
they have like 20.
20?
I've never
Okay.
been in their camp. I've been about this far, but I think
Well,
I've
no, sorry, I
seen
meant
like,
Mhm.
I think I've seen
Sorry, I
like
meant like
20 different people.
one of the people that we brought back with us. Like the
Mhm.
one, there's the one who has the arm cut off, and then there's the other one
Yeah.
who looks like he's still like together. So just like in checking, make sure that they're still like actually there, but to be like just in case. Um but if we get you all back to the docks, I think you're good to because it's like
I could get us home. The guy that's on more, yeah, he's like, I could get us home.
Yeah. All right, cool. The less things we gotta worry about here, the better. And then look at our guest, at our friend here, and I'm sorry, I don't think we ever got your name.
Oh, mine? Ricky.
Ricky. All right, Ricky, we get our friends settled, and then we head over towards the El Blanco to handle both our problems in the theater at the sea. Sound good?
Yeah. The Blancos, I think there's only like 6 or 7 of them. It's not like they're a big group, but nobody likes to mess with them.
Hmm.
I can tell you, I'm pretty sure that one of them is gifted. Because the stories I've heard before I came on the island, like he snapped somebody's neck with one hand.
Mhm.
One other person, it's hard for me to believe, one other person says he actually saw him pick up and move a car.
I'll keep that in mind.
I don't know which one of the Blancos he is. I've just been told one of the Blancos could do that.
Were they looking at the thing while they moved it?
No, they picked it up.
Like with their hands? They
That's
grabbed
what I
it
was
and they
told.
threw
I
it.
was told he picked up the car and threw it.
Okay. I mean, that sounds easy enough. Don't get grabbed. Um, and then I'm down to, I don't know, unless anyone has a question on that one, I'm down to just abstract them away. We got them there. We head to the sea.
Hayes is going to take a few moments to take a good look at the folks we're rescuing. Paramedic stuff. Make sure they're okay. Make sure there's nothing, that seems problematic that we should deal with before we leave them alone.
Okay. You do remember that Minx was going to hang out just offshore on her boat to get you guys whenever you need it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we still have those souped up flares.
Yep.
So yeah, ready to use those in a moment's notice, either for backup or to just get the hell out of Dodge.
Yep. You could always also use one for Minx to come in and get these 2 people. She gave each one of you one of them, so you guys have 4.
Yeah. But then I worry about using it and then like other people spotting us. Raising flare.
I mean, I feel like we are very well tuned to killing humans.
We shouldn't
At
have
least
to
the
do
2
that,
of
though.
us.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to.
Weren't you the one who said that we should burn this whole place down when we landed on the island?
No, I would never say that.
wow, the guy in the Hawaiian shirt's like, wow, Ricky's like, that's really rude of you, just wanting to burn down our home.
I never said. I think she's making that up. I would never say that. You have a lovely home.
Thank you.
Of course.
So he walks with you
she's
guys
one-
to the dock,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah.
I think she's complaining about witness to this
as he's
person.
walking over, you see some women with the kids
Mhm.
again, and this time they're holding the kids. And he looks at them and goes, Baya, get out of here, go. And you see like one of the kids, like you hear him growling like an animal. He gets pulled away by a woman, but the way she's grabbing him is like she's grabbing him by the back of the shirt, almost like scruffing him and moving him. And he wants to go toward you guys.
Smart lady. Yeah, I'm down to send our 2 people away and get to it.
So yeah, you get to the docks. Nobody fucks with you. You see those raccoons again,
Mhm.
and he just cocks his shotgun once, and they scatter.
Oh, that's so interesting. I had to blow one of their heads off, and even then they only ran because they had new food.
Yeah, that if you had a shotgun, I've taken so much of them out with this thing that now they know the sound. So all I do is cock it, and they run.
Good to know.
Yeah, so if you have a shotgun or something, and you have that sound,
Mhm.
the they run every time.
The sawed off across my back. Oh, sawed off like I have a sawed off like around my waist along my back. Yeah, it just goes cool. But like that also
Yeah,
doesn't.
the other way to get them to leave you alone is you throw some meat at them like a fish or something, and they'll literally try to kill each other to get to the thing.
Cool.
I can tell you, whatever makes us hungry
Mhm.
works on them too.
All right.
It worked on the squirrels. Because I've never seen squirrels eat meat before. There's no dogs left on the island. So no cats either.
Mhm. All right, let's just get this done.
And by the way,
Oh,
as you go up north, you are going to bump into deadheads. Southern,
Okay.
this part here of the island, we pretty much caught them all. But up there, there's more. When we want meat, we just send people up there.
cool. I was wondering why I was able to shoot my gun and we didn't get surrounded.
Yeah, they don't come down this far. We're about a good mile from where they are. And there's like another tribe up there, so when they start coming down this way, the tribe will usually get them.
Beforehand.
So,
That's an
yeah,
interesting system you have here. That 6 also on that 6 hostages were grabbed and they were split among several tribes.
they trade. I'm not involved in every trade. I wish I was.
Hmm.
This place would run much smoother.
Mhm. No, I feel like you'll find a way to make things work no matter what your situation is. You seem like that kind.
I've done all right for myself. So, you get to the dock. How are you going to send these guys out?
I mean, I feel like I'm okay with using one of the souped up flares. I have my regular flares in case I need to like actually set something or somebody on fire. So it's just like put it out, pow.
As soon as it goes about 5 feet into the air, you hear a boat engine start up in the distance.
Mhm.
The boat starts to come in at pretty high speed. She goes straight into the dock, not respecting the no wake rule, zips up next to one of the docks, hits against the dock, engine's
Mhm.
still running, and she's like, let's go.
All right, we got one more out here. We lost 2. We sent one home already.
Yeah, we got him on the catamaran.
Cool. Keep an eye out.
You guys are staying?
Job's not done.
And who's your new friend? He goes, hi, ¿cómo está?
Unless this isn't the place to stay.
More of an
You don't have to say
acquaintance.
that twice. She backs out the boat.
All right. Well, if we're doing this against my better judgment, then we better get to it.
So he feeds you literally down US 1, just down the street. He tells you, be careful when we get up north with the cars, because sometimes there's deadheads in there that have been stuck in their seatbelt all this time. I think most of the boys have already gotten those because that's easy pickings, but you never know.
Okay.
And then you're going there and you find one car is on its side, like a few feet away from the road. He goes, that's the one he's supposedly through. And it's an F-150.
Shit. Like a couple tons.
Yeah. It's an F-150. And you're looking at the floor, it wasn't dragged, it was thrown.
Yeah, but he had to touch it.
Yeah. So, you guys travel down for a good mile. And he starts to slow down, starts to look around. And he starts doing like a whistle like a bird. And after a second, you hear the whistle back. And you see some guys coming out of, there's like all these mangroves to the sides here. And you see all these little like trails into the mangroves. One of the guys comes out. And he waves his hand up. And you notice that, so to the far left, to the right is mangroves. To the left are little hotels. They're like 2 floors, maybe 3 floors. A few of them are just like 1-story hotels. And they all have like balconies that look out to the road. And you do notice there's quite a few people living in one of those. Upwards of 20, maybe 30. And you could smell the cooked meat from here. Again, it's that smell of pork, smell of fish. You see that there is that the lawn between where you guys are and these hotels, that entire area is filled with planters that have been built above ground. And there's stuff growing in it, but it looks like they're growing wild. It's not like they're being tended. It kind of looks like somebody started the garden and lost control of the garden, if that makes any sense. Not like your garden. The garden back on the island, everything's in nice rows. Everything's separate. This looks like chaos. So this one guy comes up to you. You notice in the distance, there's a few other people. Some of them have guns. One of them, actually, some of them have guns. A lot of them have spear guns. He comes up, he goes, what are you doing here, Ricky? He goes, hey, did you guys see any of the Blancos come through? He goes, yeah, we saw the Blancos dragging somebody up there, yelling and screaming. And he goes, oh, and he goes, yeah, and that big one was with them. It's like, shit. What are you doing, Ryan? And he goes, my new friend's here. They're going to Isla Morada. And I see him looks at the other guy looks at you are. And he tilts his head. And he goes, you guys are that stupid?
Apparently.
It's your life. Awesome.
I'm just gonna keep walking forward if they're letting us.
Yeah. He's like, pasa. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You see Rick, he's like, gracias. And you go, oh, we need the tour. We're running out of rum. He goes, we're going to cook up a new batch. You know it takes time. And they're starting to look over them. Give me a second.
Thinking about grabbing some rum for our friends across the bridge.
So, as you get closer, you guys see that there's a bridge ahead of you that leads to the northern part of Izamara. The guy, Ricky, stops and he looks at you guys and goes, I'm not crossing that bridge. I've taken you as far as I can. After that bridge is when you guys start bumping into deadheads. And not that far in is the theater of the sea.
All right. Sounds like we either hold up our end of the bargain or we die.
You want me to hang out here and wait for you for a little bit? Or you think you can make it back on your own?
I think we'll make it back fine. Looks anyone else, unless you all want the security.
I mean, if you want to hang out.
I would like your word that you're not going to launch a sneak attack when we are potentially weakened.
Why would I?
I've never been
Why
weak a day in
wouldn't
my
you?
life.
Fair enough. But you're supers. I have a shotgun. I'll last 5 minutes.
Wait, is he holding his shotgun right now?
No. Well, it's on a strap like this, and he was like resting his arms. I guess we could use it,
Okay.
but his
Yeah.
hands are nowhere near the trigger.
I
Hey,
was
you
gonna
do
say, if he
notice
said that,
that
I
when
would
he
just take
talks-
it.
You notice that when he talks with his hands a lot. So, but normally he has a hand like this, like when he was talking to the other
Mhm.
people, his hand was right on that trigger. Like
Hmm.
if he
Yeah.
had to, he could bring it up.
Mhm.
But now he's talking to you guys, his hand's nowhere near it.
My
He's like, I have a
brain is
shotgun.
like that. Just that comment about the shotgun, and Emma either just takes it because she's
He's
really
like,
fast.
I have a shotgun with 12 rounds left. Let's be honest.
Mhm.
I can't take you guys out.
Yeah, he's more of a person to work with soft power instead of hard power.
She gives a nod and says, I quite frankly would appreciate if you waited a little while.
Okay, so
Mm.
he points down to like because you guys are a little bit up on the bridge. He points back to where you guys came from, and you see that looking out to Izamurata, I mean to the other side of Izamurata, there's a hotel that has a lighthouse built into it, like a fake lighthouse, and it says Whale Harbor Inn. And he goes, I'll be hanging out over there.
All right.
Okay?
Sounds good.
I'll give you guys 2 days. And he turns around and starts walking.
All right. And what can we see from where we are on the bridge so far?
So the bridge goes over. You look over to the side and you see there's another hotel and a marina. You know that hotel, Witness. That's the home of the world famous tiki bar. It's like it was a total tourist trap in the
Mhm.
Keys. It was this giant tiki bar where they have live bands and stuff like that. It was always packed on the weekends. It's famous because back in like the 30s, no, actually the 60s, they filmed like 2 like beach movies down there, and it became famous after that. But yeah, you look over, you're like, oh, I know where I am.
I feel like that would have been something to where like Vinny was probably like talking her ear off about it when they were on their way to the conference before we got here.
Oh my god,
Before we got
yes.
stuck here. Yeah, as like
Yeah.
he's so excited to like make some time to go out here before we have to fly back, and I'm just like,
He's like,
yeah,
bro, the
that's
margaritas are so good there. Yeah.
yeah, just like,
And he
yep,
loved it. He loved the fact that on the weekends, just offshore, there's a sandbar that all these people on their boats go there, and there's
mhm.
topless girls, and this and that, and the people are drinking, and oh my god, we have to rent a boat and go out there. Yeah, he was super excited about it.
Yeah, the two things like top Vinny, that's an HR violation. You're my boss, but also it's just like didn't know that I was coming here to kill people. So on that, sets this up to like, all right, well, hey, at least Vinny will be happy I got here. Looks over at Meta, who's probably still mad at me, and is going, so what do you sense?
I need to get closer, but
Yeah, your sense won't reach the full distance of this bridge.
All right. Well,
Oh, by the way, when you look over, this bridge took some damage, but
mhm.
not enough to take it down. Like
Theoretically.
one of
Mhm.
the pilings, like, is missing a giant chunk of concrete. You see rebar, and then you see another one that you see the steel column inside the concrete.
Mhm.
Um, you know that there's so much of metal exposed. It'll probably take like 30 years, but this bridge is going to come down at some point with enough rust.
Okay. Wonder if that means that we could take it down if it really came down to that. But that's a engineering problem for Witness another day. Uh, I'm down to just cross the bridge. This again is going to be a part to where I'm just kind of relying on the fact that it's very hard to catch me by surprise. That if something happens, I'll hear it or I see it. So I'm just walking forward.
Okay, so you guys start to make your way across the bridge. The camera pulls back from you guys, goes all the way over to Key Largo, and starts to close in on a building that looks like a barn turned into a store with a bunch of knickknacks and stuff in the front. The camera goes through the window, and there's a girl, an older woman actually, kneeling on the floor with her eyes closed. Around her, there are candles. Lots of candles. A few of them aren't lit, a few of them are lit. She opens her eyes and goes, huh, I might not be alone in this. And that's where we end tonight's story. So,
Excellent.
everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. First of all, I want to say our Kickstarter was successful. During our game, our Kickstarter ended, and I think we were at $15,185. $15,128. I would like to thank our 157 backers for having faith in us. We will not let you down. This will be a great game. And hopefully all of you will go out there and spread the good word of Rotted Capes so we can get more fans. You can find me here every Tuesday. Tomorrow, you will find me finishing up our 3-part adventure with Nerds with Dice on their Twitch channel, Nerds with Dice. And keep an eye on this website, on this YouTube channel, and on my blog site. I'm planning to start creating some content soon. More to come. And let's go around the table and find out what everybody is up to. Today we'll start with Pixie Pond.
I am so sleepy, but hi.
I saw you yawning during the game. You're like, oh,
I
if
could not
I could
stop
send you a Red Bull,
yawning.
I would have.
I could not. I had work earlier. I'm so tired. I was so busy. But hi, I'm Space, also Pixie. I'm a writing streamer on VTuber on Twitch under the username PixiePon. I'm everywhere on the internet under the username. I'm here playing Ether. I'll be over on Earth with Us tomorrow, finishing up Brother Capes as Canopy. I think that's it. I don't have anything else planned right now. I do actually have a VTM campaign, but that's not until May.
Awesome.
So yeah, I don't have a date for it yet, but that would be May.
Tall Halfling, what do you have for us?
I'm Steve, Tall Halfling. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know what that's all about. I will try and get it fixed in short order. Hopefully before Thursday, when I'll be over on Nerds with Dice with Mary and Crimson and the whole gang for some Vesson, part 3 of 10.
Nice.
More stuff coming up, but details are still forthcoming. So
Awesome. Then Crimson, what do you got for us?
Hi everyone, Crimson Soul. I have been Annabeth Jackson, otherwise known as a witness, and you can catch me Thursday on Nerds with Dice, in Mary's game with Steve also. You can catch me Saturday again with Nerds with Dice at 12 p.m. Eastern for a Kids on Bikes Captain Planet hack.
God, that sounds like so much fun.
It is. We'll have a great time. And then you can catch me Monday on twitch.tv/Valdrianth for a Cyberpunk Thirsty Store Lesbians game.
Awesome. And Metamorphosis, what do you got for us?
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. I've been playing Metamorphosis. We both use she, her pronouns. As far as where you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. Coming up for me, as said, Thursdays, you can find me on Nerds with Dice for Vesson, specifically the Morgan Society, a Mythic Ireland Vesson campaign. As we have just finished our first mystery, we get to upgrade the house and see what else is going on. You can also find me Saturdays on Nerds with Dice for Fields of the Dead, another zombie genre game set in the Walking Dead universe. We have 2 tables going on. We just met the cult table last week, and now we are going back to the other cast members that we met from season 1 and seeing how they're doing after Cherry, my character's wife's death. And it's not great, but we are all trying to survive. Sunday's crazy busy. In the morning, you can find me on Pocket Dragon Pub for the Fabric of the Universe. It is a Orbital Blues campaign, very similar to Cowboy Bebop, where a bunch of us outlaws are trying to serve bounties, collect them, and survive our tragic backstories. We are quickly approaching the end of that campaign, hopefully coming back for a season 2. And then that night, you can catch me in a double feature. First on Nerds with Dice for a new mini campaign, part of a anthology series of the Rocket Club playtest. Rocket Club is by M. Hubbard, made by Evil Hat, and we all are teenagers trying to fight aliens with super science and rocket rigs.
That sounds like fun.
It's so much like it has been a blast to play.
It's like I'm gonna age myself. The Rocketeer.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We've got some body snatchers going on. We saw a teacher shed their skin like a snake and then erupt into mist. And we've got more
As you do.
episodes coming up on Sunday. And then later that evening, around the same time, but the game goes at least a little bit later than Rocket Club does. You can find me on Other Docs channel for the second season of Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, the spiritual successor of Amber Diceless, where all of us, we just took over Arthur 3000 World of Avalon, a sci-fi version of King Arthur's story. And
Mhm.
now we're just trying to figure out how we're all going to talk through our feelings, because that hasn't happened yet, and there's a lot of problems. But that's where you can find me. I'm a very busy bee. Check my blue sky for upcoming events.
Okay. Well, Thank you. I just remembered something. I want to spend a special thank you to Fandible, who was one of our super supporters. That without them, we could not have made the Kickstarter. I doubt you guys are going to watch this, but I love you guys. And if I see you, I might get hit with sexual harassment because I'm going to kiss all of you. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we will see you next week when we find out what's happening at the Theater of the Sea. Good night, everybody.